The next border is large snowballed blocks.
All right, everybody, that's the next round of border on the medallion quilt. I'm going to take a break now for a little while and work on other things. I have one more border left to do, and then it is done. I am currently awaiting my order of thread, and then I also have to figure out how to do I want to do the backing once I measure the quilt when it's done, so I know how big it is. I am working on the last round of this quilt. There's some more flying geese and some big triangles. I'll show you in a second. Alright, there you can see I'm working on the flying geese. I have to do a few more. And there will be a piece of black fabric on the end of them just to make them tall enough, because the gray triangles are bigger and they will come out more of a point, so the sizes have to meet up. In the instructional video that Megan has for doing this round, there are several ways she gives you to do these last gray triangle blocks, but I am going to do mine with foundation paper piecing, just like the medallion in the middle. I'm going to start sewing together all of the next round, I guess you could say. As you can see, there's no little bits of loose stuff sitting on the top of the quilt. The top, well, it's a square quilt, whatever, it's the top, because it's down here. So I have a flying goose with an extra piece of black that's got to go on top, because it's got to be the same height as these gray ones. That's the light sparkly gray. It looks really white on the camera for some reason, but it is a pale sparkly gray. And then there's another flying goose, and then I have gray grunge, and another flying goose. Let me get my glue out of the way. And eventually what I also have to do is have a black piece going this way on this side, and another black piece going this way on this side, so that it's the same length as the top of the quilt. So I'm going to do the top and the bottom that way. I have to cut a bit more black up because I don't have enough for all of the flying geese yet. And then when I do the sides and sew them together, there's going to be a black square up in the top corner like a cornerstone, just to finish it all off. And then I'm pretty sure, I got to look at the pattern again, but I think there's a thin black border again around the whole thing, just to have one more black border. So far so good. There, the quilt top is done. The final border around the edge, I cut my pieces at 2.5 because I already had some cut for binding, so I figured I'd just do 2.5. When Megan did hers, she used 3 inches. You could do pretty much any kind of binding you want. Now, the bottom part looks a little funky because I didn't press that last border. I have to do a bit more pressing before I do the quilting. So it does have a border. It just looks a little bit weird at the moment. I just got it hung back up out of my way. I am currently piecing the backing. Let me just scan down a little bit so I don't have to shut this off. I'm going to use mostly the grays in some fashion and figure it out as I go. The quilt top is 68 by 68. I'm going to make my backing 72 by 72, and I'm going to get batting to do quilting myself, and that will be 72 by 72 as well. So my next video will be what the backing looks like, and I will revisit Big Stitch because that is how I'm going to quilt it. Thanks for watching.